And a bit of a breaking news coming in. Karti Chidambaram has been given relief by the Delhi High Court. It's an important development taking place because the government wanted the custody of Karti Chidambaram. And in this context, for Karti Chidambaram to get relief is a little setback for the government, because they felt that the Karti should have been kept behind bars. Now, one does not know as to what relief has Karti enjoyed and when he will have to go back to the investigating authorities, but there has to be some sort of cooperation with this in ongoing investigations. Serious charges have been leveled against both Karti Chidambaram and his father P. Chidambaram. Karti Chidambaram has been directly accused of giving bribe, and P. Chidambaram has been accused, not in the court, by the government and Bharatiya Janata Party for misusing his office. And this has turned into a political football between Congress Party and Bharatiya Janata Party. Chidambaram remained in the 10 years of UPA, ministers continuously for 10 years. He handled portfolios like finance and home minister, as he also functioned as a home minister after 26/11, when Shivraj Patil was made to resign as he took responsibility for the attacks. It was P. Chidambaram who took over as home minister. Jessica, please take us over as to on what grounds the High Court has given this relief to Karti Chidambaram, and what was the argument on part of the prosecution? I'll be very shortly joined by my colleague Jessica Taneja again, but this is an important development which has taken place. Karti Chidambaram has been given relief and by the High Court, and you can see that P. Chidambaram, his father, actually appeared in the court, so which means that he must have been part of the panel. He's a Supreme Court lawyer practicing, but he perhaps went to the High Court to ensure that the Karti gets relief. I'm joined by my colleague Jessica Taneja. Jessica, please go on. Please tell us as to how this relief was granted.
Well, Kartike, this has in fact been a major relief for Karti Chidambaram, also P. Chidambaram. Remember, they've been going door to door in every court. Supreme Court didn't give them a relief. Well, the Delhi High Court at least seems to have given them a relief till the 20th of March, is what we've learned. And especially when we talk about the ED summons. So that of course solves a lot of things for Karti Chidambaram right now. But of course, he will be presented in court again soon, because his custody with the CBI ends in just today.
But then what was the argument, and on what grounds? My question, Jessica, is on what grounds he got it, because the prosecution has been saying that he's not cooperating, he might interfere in the proceeding. So what was the ground which the High Court took in terms of giving relief, and what's the relief? It's like, is he out for good, or is it a temporary relief?
It's a temporary relief, Kartike. He's not out for good, because there is a deadline to it. There is a deadline of 20th March. So the relief only is till the 20th of March. Of course, what led to this particular relief that he has got from the Delhi High Court is the fact that the ED needs to give substantial evidences, and also on what basis is his arrest being made, or whether he's required for more clarification and to extract fresh evidence, as the CBI has been saying, both in the special CBI court as well as Supreme Court, that they need to keep him in custody to extract more evidence, because they are collecting and they are speaking to people daily who will be part of this case. So of course that is going on, but at this moment the Delhi High Court has said that yes, if you have not been able to produce any fresh evidence in the case, he should be given a relief at least till the 20th of March, and you can come back to court then. But
that's pretty surprising, Jessica, what you are telling me in terms of observation of the court, that the court is saying that you have not been able to provide evidence in so many days. So if the evidence is not, despite after 2.5 years of investigation, is it going to end up like other cases, corruption cases?
Well, Kartike, this is a very intricate and a complicated case going on in 3 courts right now. The special CBI court in New Delhi, as well as the Supreme Court and the High Court here. So, and one fresh plea of Karti Chidambaram everywhere, that he needs to be granted bail, he needs to be given relief. And it's getting more and more intricate to understand as to how the different courts are functioning and responding to his pleas. But that is exactly why also the lawyer, Mr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, who was arguing for Karti Chidambaram, he also made it clear that Karti Chidambaram cannot be kept in custody until and unless there is a purpose to do so. Because remember the Indrani Mukherjee tape that was released, which said that yes, she had given $1 million to Karti Chidambaram on camera. It was a video tape that was released. So that, of course, is not permissible as evidence. And the court only looks at proper evidences. Of course, there's another argument lying in the Supreme Court as well as in other courts as to whether that tape of Indrani Mukherjee confessing that she gave $1 million to Karti Chidambaram is permissible or not. And that is another thing to look at. But at this point in time, Karti has finally got relief after nearly 2 weeks.
Thank you, Jessica, for this update.